My name is Ryan Armstrong, and I'm interviewing Jennifer Bishop from Mitchell Elementary. Jennifer, how long have you been a teacher?
Well, I've taught kindergarten for 12 years and first grade for 5 now, so about 17 years.
Okay. And what are some ways that you integrate technology into your classroom?
Well, I do all kinds of things with technology. We start out the morning with stuff on the board that they use with the smart board. And then when we go into our small group reading, I'll have a station where they go to the computer and we do a lot of research on the computer. It can be anything from Martin Luther King, we've done Dr. Seuss, they've done things online about, they've had to look up the differences between frogs and toads, so it's just anything that they can do to research. If they're not researching, then they're doing Strat Academy or ClassWorks or PBS Kids, anything that they can do right then that has to do with reading, what we're doing at the time. Reading in the morning, we do math in the afternoons, and then there's also ABC that's great for English, or has the grammar skills, the reading skills, math skills, has science, social studies, all kinds of things on there. Then I have an iPod station where I have 5 iPods, and I do a lot of QR codes where you just have to scan the code and it pulls up the research for them. Or it'll pull up a grammar skill and it's all messed up and they have to fix it, and then they scan another one after they fixed it to make sure that they've recorded it right or have done it right. And then in the library station, I use my 2 iPads to where if they're recording each other reading, so they can go back and say, hey, you know, you didn't sound right reading that. You know, you sounded like a I'll hear them say all kinds of stuff. You sounded like a robot, or you were, choppy, or hey, that was really good. And so they take turns videoing each other as they're reading. So.
Do you use technology to manage behavior?
Yes, I do.
How do you do that?
I use this fabulous app. It really is fabulous. It's called Class Dojo, and they have their own little avatar, little person that they can, after their parents sign up, they can even change from what you've already done, and they get good marks and bad marks. So it's not like they're always just getting negative marks, and it's not like the parents are always just hearing negative things about the kids. You can add things, different things for behavior. You can add different things for positive conduct marks. And it's an automatic thing. As soon as you hit that button, whether it's, okay, they're talking in class or won't stay in their seat, running in the hall, the parents, as long as they've downloaded that app and they've signed up, then the parents get it right then. And usually the parents are responding to it. Okay, this, why did they do this, or why did they do that? Or if they're getting a good, helping others, or on task, doing, sitting nicely in their seat working, walks nicely in the hallway, whatever it is, the parents are getting it right then, and then the parents will send, a thumbs up, or, I'm proud of proud of how they're doing today. And so it's not like they're always getting those negative marks that, parents get tired of hearing at the end of the school day. Plus, it also has where if you take a picture of your class, and I have a Twitter account, so for my classroom, and a Facebook page for my classroom. So if I send those pictures on there, if the parents don't have a Facebook account or if they don't have a Twitter account, I can send it on the dojo, and the parents get to see that. And it's called like a Class Dojo story, and so the parents get to see everything that goes on throughout the day.
And are the buttons that they push, positive and negative reinforcements, are they already put on there, or
you get to add them?
You get to add what you want.
There's some standard ones, and then you get to add your own personal, whatever works for your classroom. Plus, I have a sheet, so if I get 5 good dojos, then they get to choose between pencils and erasers and stickers and that kind of thing. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and bought these little characters that look exactly like the Class Dojo things. And so they can carry that little buddy around with them for a day. And then if they get so many more, they can wear a hat, get so many more. They can sit with a friend in a different classroom at lunch. Their favorite is I have a desk, and they get to bring their stuff for a week if they get up to like 50 points. And they get to just set up their desk like if it were my desk, and I showed them, I have pictures of my kid, my husband, I've got little apples and flowers and different things on my desk. They bring things from home. I've had kids bring their baseball trophies, their soccer medals, Barbie dolls, you name it, and they decorate that desk like it's their personal little home for the week. And they leave it, and they love it. I mean, it's huge. You can tell a big difference in the behavior without the Class Dojo that I've had in the past. I've been using it for about 4 years now, and it's fabulous. Kids love it. Parents love it because it's instant feedback to them.
Seems pretty cool.
It really is.
I like that.
We love it.
So what are some of the difficulties you have using technology in your classroom?
Well, depending on the weather sometimes, because the weather can make the internet run slowly. They won't be able to go to whatever they're, if they're looking up something on the internet doing some research. If it's raining, if it's cloudy, then those are the days that the internet being up on the mountain the thing starts to spin slowly. We have had power outages before. We've had to sit there for about an hour, and I've had to tell them I was going old school on the board if it was during a time where I was using the smart board. Now, if they were at the computer station or the iPod station, I'd just tell them to go back to their desk and get their AR book and read their AR book instead of actually going up on the computer, because then, they couldn't, so.
Do you feel like it's always a good idea to have like a backup plan for the technology?
Most definitely, because it's not always going to work. I mean, it's great and wonderful, but there are days when you think, technology's not that great and wonderful.
Do you ever have problems with the kids? Do they behave and they stay on task?
They stay on task for the most part. Now, before I started the Class Dojo, they would be off task more. I had some that would love to take pictures of each other sitting at the iPod station, or if they had it in the library station when they were supposed to be recording themselves reading, they would be recording themselves just having a normal conversation. But since I started the Class Dojo and they know that their parents get it that instant, whether it's a good or bad mark, then I haven't had any problems. They stay on task, and that's one of their favorite stations to go to.
Jennifer, thank you so much for letting me interview you.
No, thank you, Ryan. I enjoyed it.